All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's feature match between Otaku and SugarRush. Now, Otaku looking to bounce back from last week's defeat against Alta 4. But today, I am Light Rose. I'm going to be casting with my friend Courage. Right, say hello, Courage.
Howdy.
All right, now, before we start, I want to ask you, how do you think Otaku's going to bounce back from last week?
I'm expecting to see, probably definitely some goats, seeing as they lost some of their DPS players last week. There's probably also going to be a lot of Sombra play, because that's kind of starting to become a lot more popular in the league, especially as of the recent weeks.
And how do you think, you mentioned the loss of Evo, how do you think they're going to deal with that?
I'm imagining there's going to be some flexing. Definitely. There's definitely going to be goats, but they're definitely going to have to flex to fill some of the roles that they're missing out on.
And then SugarRush, they're obviously, right now they're in 9th place, which is barely tipping to not make playoffs. How do you think they're going to end their 4-game losing streak that they have right now and make playoffs?
They're definitely in a pretty monkey-ass situation, but I think they've got the advantage for this one. Playing with Lazaday in Open Division, he was really popping off. They have a lot of talent on their team.
Mm-hmm. Now, if we're looking to get the maps started, first the map is going to be Nepal. If we can find that. There it is. Oh. Now, we're going to get this started right here. Get an R from both teams. Now, how excited are you to see the matchup between these two teams?
This is one of... Oh. I'm excited to see how Otaku does, and I want to see if they can kind of keep the strength that they've had in the league. And I want to see kind of how SugarRush manages against one of the top teams in the league.
Mm-hmm. All right. We are going to have Sifakilla in for Noisy Caribou to start out with. And we're going to be on Nepal first. We're looking to get things started right here. Otaku versus SugarRush. Who do you have winning this match?
I'm thinking I'm going to be ambitious. I'm going to go for either a 4-0 from SugarRush or a 3-1 at least.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still hopeful for Otaku, seeing what they can do. But the thing is that you just don't really know the roster changes.
Now, for me, it's hard to choose because while Otaku's... Oh, I'm a bad. While for me, I do see Otaku winning this because they're still a dominant team. They are, they're tied for first in league. Well, not currently since Harmony lost and Gravity overtook them. Mm-hmm. But with the loss of Evo, DPS is a big thing, and only having Smugs in is kind of, it's hurting you. So I'm going to have to say Otaku 3-2 taking it at the end.
Mm.
We're going to get started right.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for battle.
All right, we're going to get started here. We're going to see SugarRush come out with the 2-hit scan. Well, you look on... Oh, wait, is that Otaku? That is Otaku. My bad. Otaku coming out with the double hit scan, and SugarRush, obviously, with their quad DPS.
Hey.
I'm excited to see some ball comps.
Pulling
out Doomfist, though, so these changes in the past patches have definitely been beneficial for him, but who knows how it's going to work out for them.
Now, both teams going to be coming out the gate, going to be going forward. Ascari going to be going towards the point. They're going to meet on the left side. He's going to be trying to deal that damage. Does not get the hack. Ascari looking in. Some slam in the bottom. Possibly gets mugged. But he's going to get dived. And Pix Rocket going to get shot on Walk. Now just engagements going on. And Otaku's going to get the opening picks. It is 5v6 currently. Riley Bat is going to have to respawn.
It's definitely in Otaku's favor currently, as dive plays a lot better into the quad DPS and quad DPS into dive.
And you look over on the side of SugarRush. Now we're going to go to a Sombra Goats. Going off that quad DPS.
Just as my light rose brain predicted.
Yeah. Big brain. And going to be pushing onto them. Engagements all Clopsy on the bottom. Specs going to get dived by Yojak. Is he going to get taken out? He's going to get taken out. Punched right in the face. Pixel Rocket alone on the bottom. He's taking out everyone seems to be split here. Don't know where this fight is going to turn out. Sorry, D-Max, Fluffy, and Smugs. Shotguns blast lays right in the face. And this seems to be going in the favor of SugarRush.
They're about even right now. I don't know if we're going to be seeing any kind of secondary team fight following us up.
Yojak can take it out as SugarRush takes the point. But Otaku still kind of chipping away on the outside lays. Still being a little bit of a menace. Looking to get something.
He's done a good job building his EMP. He's already got it off the switch.
Oh, there's 4 ults on the side of Otaku. Bob is going to come out. And he's shooting out. Smugs gets Guac with the Bob. Tanks down on both sides. Leash shoots down Pixel Rocket.
Oh.
He's taken down himself. This is both ways, but Otaku can seem to not go towards the point. He's taken down, and here we go. Fight on the point starting out. Pushing on the point, backing up. Beat drop comes in from Flufflepuffs. Trans popped by Specs. And Otaku does get the cap. Percentage all the way lays. EMP comes out. Shatter comes out from Ascari. Tiny popped. Pixel Rocket gets lays. Bob goes out again. Does not give him a point. He's just looking for somebody to shoot. Finds Ascari in the back. And SugarRush gonna take their way again. Not yet. Pixel Rocket gets on the point just to keep it just for a little bit. And both ways again, you don't know which way this fight's gonna go. Bomb thrown out by Clopsy. Gastronomy does destroy the barrier of Scar. He dropped. And Smugs very low. And a huge shatter by Yojak. And that's gonna end that fight right there. Massive.
Now that was really well played out. They kind of baited out for Yojak to get back with the slam and stalled the point really effectively. Not like all snowballing onto it. I was kind of concerned about the Diva Bomb at first, but I mean, it stalled him long enough to make something happen.
Definitely. Fight's going on. Pixel Rocket takes out the killer, but without Sky charging on the Yojak. And SugarRush still on the point, but Otaku is going to pushing on him and caps the point. Great job by them. They're going to take the first point.
Hey there.
Ooh.
What did you see in that caused Otaku to win that one?
Otaku, I feel like I don't know if it was completely a amount of outstanding play from Otaku, but I just feel like SugarRush, they're running that quad DPS for part of that, and they didn't take any kind of crossfires. They didn't set up and play quad DPS how it's supposed to be played. They kind of felt that and had to switch off that.
So do you think Otaku shutting down the quad DPS? You think Otaku shutting down the quad DPS is going to contribute to them taking this map?
Yeah, SugarRush, they're kind of known for their quad DPS. They're one of the teams that's more known to run it, and especially switching on a map type like this, switches are really hurt you in the long run.
Alright, engagement's going to be going to point. Lay's going to hack that health pack, and Yojak and Clup's going to be running more of the dive tanks, as SugarRush is going to keep the Sombra Goats.
There's a good rotation, at least from both teams, except for Flufflepuffs gets caught out.
Flufflepuff's taken out. Man, he is not where he's supposed to be. And Otaku's going to go into the point. Sky gets stunned out. And he's alone on the point. Yeah. No, the rotations there weren't the best by SugarRush. And Yojak alone, gonna have to back out. Does not get the healing he wants. But Specs gonna get a stagger.
Peak performance.
Right.
Now they're close to EMP, but We're gonna have to see them make some plays off of it. All their other ults are pretty low charge here.
Both ults are looking very, very low. And Ascari gonna be going in. Yojak has to jump out as he's low on health. Gonna be shifting towards point. Purple Puffs looking to get a boot, but doesn't get anybody. And Smugs gets 2. That's very big.
I think I'm not entirely sure how much that item is needed, but it definitely secured the fight.
Yeah, definitely won the fight for them right there. Really bad goes off the point.
Coming back with 2. Probably Lucio B drop as well. Gonna be holding that point with that. They switch off to Doomfist. Looks like they're going quad DPS here.
It didn't work for them last time, but comps have switched a little bit. EMP comes out. They're looking to get in, but
I don't think there's enough follow-up.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be there as the res is going to come out.
It's a big punch onto the Mercy.
Wow. Riley Bat, obviously, his defense is very good.
You didn't see him! Smugs didn't see him!
Completely misses the Sombra and the Mercy. He gets 2 anyway on Specs and Glock.
Still find a value with that.
Ooh. You could see the fear in their eyes as they watched that tire go right past them. 93
They're gonna be able to recontest.
Yeah. They're gonna contest, but the problem is, are they gonna be able to take them? Now, engagement's gonna be happening on the point. Trans comes out from Specs. Any more ults from anybody? Drop comes out. Bomb thrown. Gets 2. Glock and Septilla. And it's looked like, at this point, this map is gonna go to Otaku. Liz is still on the point. Shot down. And clean 2-0 from Otaku.
I'm starting to doubt myself.
All right, now we got some scuffed production from Zuby, obviously. But I think that nobody really was expecting that. 2-0.
Fix Rocket really did a lot there,
yeah.
and yeah, don't know him as a DPS, but he did his job in that match.
Actually did a great job for having to flex onto that. This really changes the tone of the game, just because, you know, SugarRush really is dominant on that King of the Hill. We're gonna have some subs and some map changes from both sides.
Once again, another thing I noticed there was that SugarRush didn't really get to use their ults once again because they switched, and they decided to keep on switching. Whereas on control points, you really need those ults to kind of win fights on the point. When you're switching like that, you can't really build them effectively.
Now, Otaku is going to be choosing the map pool right here. Now, how do you think Smugs did on that map, and how he's going to improve in the next maps coming up?
I think Smugs did decent. My eye was definitely not. My eye was more focused on the McCree for that map. Pix Rocket showing, I guess, listed as support, but he was really finding tanks out of position there and then getting the flashbang right clicks onto them.
All right.
It was a really good call running dive against that as well.
The way to usually counter quad DPS is a dive. Dive is a little bit better against them, as Solo Cup did run dive against SugarRush last week against them. All right, we're gonna be having Blizzard World, and any subs coming out from either side. Now, did you look at the tank war, and who was really winning that one?
Otaku, they were more staging their dives effectively. I feel like SugarRush, they were playing too scattered, leaving themselves really vulnerable to different dives. Yeah, that's definitely one of the biggest problems. Is when you're playing goats like that, it's really just important to stick together because everybody there has a vital part. So if they stage a dive on one person to get them, then all of goats really takes a big hit, and it's team play.
I think playing the quad DPS is you usually play more split, and when you play goats, you really have to play as a unit, and that's kind of the mentality a little bit, which is the goats meta changing a little bit. Just meta,
Blizzard
people's
World?
mentalities are gonna have to change a little.
I think we're gonna see a lot of sniper play on this map. Hoping there's a lot of long sightlines for them to utilize.
Mm-hmm.
Also, maybe riding some dive. Pretty popular on attack from first point. It's also a decent, just straight goats map. So
That is
who
true.
knows?
We don't have BAP on the. We don't have BAP just yet. He is not in comp yet, so he's not forced on everybody. But it'll be interesting to see how teams are gonna have to adapt to the immortality bubble when that comes in.
Shout out to Mudkip, being the Baptiste god himself.
Yeah. I personally myself am not a very good Baptiste. I can press right click, but the left clicking isn't as good. Look on the side of SugarRush. You can see that they're running the somber goats on attack. We'll see if that changes anything. But looking on Otaku, you were right. We're gonna have the two snipers with the dive tanks.
Little sniper dive. The thing is, when they're playing the Sombra goats, is they're really gonna they have to get a lot of value out of the Sombra because they're losing the Diva pick. So if they can start getting more value out of their EMPs, I feel like it should be a good game.
And we're gonna get started right here. Otaku v SugarRush. Otaku takes the first map. Now Smugs does not get the opening pick. Smugs did get answered by that Onanade. Very good Onanade actually. Now Otaku on the high ground. And SugarRush gonna be looking to go and a massive purple, getting 4 right there, causes SugarRush to wait a little bit before they engage.
Smugs is sensing something in the water, knowing the Sombra's on him.
Yep. And does not get the hack. Gets the dead. Smugs looking for something against SugarRush. They're gonna have to back out, hide, inflated Duskwood. I heard it's a very fun ride. Haven't ridden it myself, but maybe one day.
Luckily, it was a Sombra got picked, so they don't have to commit anything to getting it back. Gotta waste some time, run it down the clock a little bit, waiting for the Sombra to get back.
They're gonna be taking the long way around. Looking to get some, and Yojek gonna be getting that high ground, as that's what they have over them. And Lay's gonna get the Smugs. That's what the pick they need possibly. And 5v5 Smugs. And Yojak takes down Specs, picks Rocket, punches Lays right in the face. And this could shift on the side of SugarRush. We're looking to see if Yojak can get any more picks. Flufflepuffs is charged and killed. SugarRush seems to have domination over the point.
It's 2 charges for this attack.
He's pinning people left. Primal Rage popped by Yojak, looking to punch people all over the place. Stun. Ascari shatters. Yep.
Looks like a DMAC bomb there.
Trying to get back. And the dragons finally go through the point.
Pops you with the boop out of the dragons.
Yeah. Doing great works for his team.
Yeah, hate
Pixel Rocket gets the Sonic Arrow headshot. And Civic Killa, a little bit of stagger, not much. As he's gonna get the noose.
It was a decent attack for SugarRush. It could always been better, but it definitely could have been worse. They got some extra time on the clock.
Obviously,
used it to push. 5 on payload.
2 attacks. Pretty good push. You got time to push it to the end. Now Yojak gonna be switching the Rhine, gonna be holding that corner.
Oh, EMP gets 3.
Yep.
It's a big grab, can't be eaten.
Flufflepuffs is just magnetic to Ascari's charges right now. Can't seem to stay away from him. We have free push right now. And Otaku should have a hold right before the point is capped.
It's big they're able to get that grab out, even though both teams are starting to build their support ults. Less on the Zen, but it was a big grab to really clean up the kill screen.
Yeah, Yojak got
Oh,
Nice job.
good old
By
fashioned
SugarRush.
Z9.
I just sneezed there. Specs left clicking those heads. Doing great work.
Finding some value.
Yeah, they're gonna have 430 to push it to the end. Look at the ult side. Both teams, you see one clearly has domination over the other when it comes to ults. And that is SugarRush.
Got 4 ults there. Yojak getting close to Shatter though. See what he can pull out with that.
He's gonna be a little aggressive, but it's gonna have to back up against SugarRush. Gonna back up a little bit here.
They're giving him a lot of space.
Yep. They do not want this to go very far.
Both Rhines with Shatter now.
Oh, EMP possibly coming out. They don't have it, but they're just looking to get that
Walker's
EMP.
got his grab as well. They're almost up to 6 ults here. Probably gonna be a big EMP grab.
Hacked.
Oh, and a Shatter gets 3.
Very good beat job actually by Flufflepuffs. Pixwalker getting the trans, but as lays EMPs. And no one has died yet. Good defensible.
Oh, and a massive Shatter finds 3 as well. But again, fight's really turning. That was a huge trance. Trying to negate that EMP if getting any value. You're either gonna have to help the Zen. 4
sides.
And now we see all the ultimates coming out.
Bomb thrown out by Flopsy. Gets nobody. Lay's just hacking people from up top. Specs shot down as this seems to go in Otaku's favor.
Oh,
Lay
get a decent.
You can't get out. Flufflepuff's just gonna poop him. And they're gonna have to wait to respawn. They still haven't gotten around that second. Good job, Saw. Good job keeping that deep, strong defense by Otaku. Lay's gonna be on that left side, looking to hack anybody he can. And SugarRush pushing through castle. Still trying to get that hack onto Yojak. Cannot get anybody.
It was a good rotation. They kind of forfeited the cart. Now they're getting free space for it.
Good rotations, as you said. And they're finally gonna be pushed up. And Lay's in the back once again, trying to get
Yojak's getting close to his hammer. There it is. Finds 3 once again.
His hammers have been on point today.
No support ults there to follow that up either. It's going to be a clean fight for Otaku.
Your knees tray you. Buckle right out from under you. As Yojak brings down that hammer.
Going into the next fight, they're going to have Grab with 2 support ults on Otaku's side, whereas they'll only have the Zen ult and the Grab. And close to that.
As Lace does have that EMP, he's gonna be looking stealthily to get that. They're all closely together and get
Shatter.
Shatter gets.
2. They're gonna have to get Yojak. Yojak gets double hacked.
Oh wow!
But it's a big grab. Oh, Yojak's not there to swing.
Trans pops.
They're going to regroup here, try and not get staggered.
And no one's pushing the cart. And Specs finally gets on it, pushing it to the end. But that could be time that Otaku needs to reset. Yojak gonna get hacked again. 3 ults on the side of SugarRush. 4 ults inside of Otaku.
Lay's really yoinking fun here.
Oh, could this be?
And the
what
grab finds them all. There's not even a chance to recontest. Really unfortunate they had 4 ults to recontest.
That's a very good grab by Guac to keep them off point so they can cap it to the end. We're looking, they got it just under a minute, 59 seconds. Now that Somber Goats worked out a little bit more for SugarRush that time.
A lot more comboing going on. It works a lot better on payload now. I'm wondering what kind of comps gonna be running here. See if they're running another Somber Goats. As SugarRush has been taking a liking to that. Looks like that's what we're gonna see, but again, Dive's really strong here. They have Hanzo, Pharah, Mercy, so see how that Dive's gonna work out. The Pharah trying to kind of create some more space along with the main tanks for the Hanzo to open up the picks.
Yeah, obviously that Somber Goats working a lot more for them. Fluffs and Smug's gonna be running the pharmacy. And Collapsing Jack gonna be running the dive tanks. Pick's Rocket gonna be on that Hanzo, looking to get those picks when he can.
Now, Smugs, hopefully he's going to be avoiding those hacks. I want to be playing a ground Pharah, but we'll see how it turns out.
And we're gonna get started right here. Pushing up Smugs. Flying in the air.
I'm concerned about how well the SugarRush can be able to peel from the pharmacy. It's a big
Really,
though. Get
yeah,
those
really
sports
good
on the
by Smugs. Make sure that they don't have that high point dominance. And he's gonna be on the ground looking for a hack. Does hack Jack, but gets away with a sliver of health. Specs does have a sliver of health as well, but gets healed up. I'm going to the left side. Specs is all alone. Does he get away? He does have health, and he does get away.
Blaze is going to need to find that diva to farm, but he gets killed out instead.
Now Smugs is just raining death from above. They don't really have anyone to contest her now that the Sombra is out. They don't have a diva to contest her from above. And it seems that Otaku is just on both sides. SugarRush just doesn't know where to look.
Good job setting up the different countermeasures. And there's nothing there to stop a barrage. Barrage gets through.
Down. Specs gets the kill on Smugs, and he's gonna pop trans, get out. He does get out, not to contest the point.
Oh. I don't know if the trans was worth it there to escape that, especially with Guac still fighting the point.
And the first attack is gonna work for Otaku, and they're gonna be pushing through with 5 minutes.
We got a lot of value out of the far there on that pick. Really move them around, put them in positions they don't want to be in. Oh, Blaze gets first pick again.
Out, man. Jack is making sure that anything, he is gonna have the EMP as he respawns. Nano popped out. Jack gonna be Nano. He does get Primal Rage. Picks a rocket. Fire Strike. Smugs shoots Sifakilla. 5v5 Rez does get the Pixel Rocket. And Jack gonna be swinging away, looking to get anything he can. Dragons gets Ridley bad, and Shatter comes out from a sky, and he is gonna get shot down by Smugs from above.
If you're SugarRush here, I'm really thinking you're probably gonna be looking towards Ryan Zarya, maybe double snipers comp here. Your goats is not working into this, but they do have 4 ults built up, so you might be able to turn the tides.
Smugs does have that barrage, as Puffs has the Valkyrie.
Blaze gets found out, has to be back.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get picked again. Smugs has been doing a long-range barrage.
He gets slept instead. And then the big EMP comes out.
Yep. EMP and Nano with the rally. Jack going to be contesting on the point. Gets slammed by a Scar. And all who's left is Smugs and Puffs. Smugs.
Yeah, Puffs might be staggering here though.
And he is still alive. Long stagger. Is finally
Might have been
taken
able
out.
to fly out there. Stagger was so long.
Just enough so that he couldn't get away, but to capitalize on the time. Smugs is going to be going off the Pharah into the Zarya, and Puffs is going to be switching onto the Lucy. They're going to be running a little bit more of a ghost style. Pix Rocket still on the Hanzo, however. Grab thrown out, but a bomb is thrown out as he gets nobody. Skari, good shield. Jack and Skari going to be pushing together like action figures, and stun gets Riley bad.
Blaze really have to be farming his EMP more. Skari has hammer though. Doesn't find anybody though.
Good block by Jack. And Hybrid going to be dealing those heals so they cannot suffer an unfortunate end.
The Sonies. Let's see if Sonic can get out.
Smugs going to be still going in the back line, looking to get Riley bad, but she's going to be healed up by Specs.
And they do eventually get out. No stagger.
Bye-bye, Smugs. Riley bad is throwing you off.
Riley bad even gets Smugs there. Getting a bit too aggressive there, looking for the stagger.
They're going to have almost 4 minutes. And Squawk is going to be slept, nanoed. A lot of ults coming out on both sides. Sorry.
And he gets the nano on. You're going to be getting through this choke for free. You get a lot more card space because of that.
Seems like Specs suddenly died there. Whether he fell off on accident or what happened. So I'm switching over to the Zenyatta. They're gonna have 3 minutes right here to push to the end. No one pushing the cart currently. Might want to have that. There you go. And an anti goes on to Riley Bad. As
kind of
Hybrid,
Somber Goats versus the Yana Goats. With,
Yeah.
Well, the Hanzo as well.
Hybrid is doing a great job of healing Yojak, except to that point where he is going to finally die. And SugarRush is going to push an Otaku back to their spawn.
Now Otaku coming up on the Grab Dragon combo as well. There's the EMP though to kind of counter that, and Pixel Rocket getting picked off for the fight. It's not going to be a Grab Dragon happening on this push.
Blaze is going to be looking for that EMP as Smug's going to be grabbing. That was the EMP. Several ults coming out on both sides as Klepsy is going to take out Walk with that bomb. Ascari gets antied and shut down. Yojak throws in the Shatter.
Reaching a bit far at the Shatter.
Yeah, well, if you know its range, you know who it can reach. Only Yojak does. They're going to be pushing all the way back to spawn. Yojak shielding them.
There's about 4 ults coming back for the recontest.
2 down for SugarRush. Looking to get what they can for time at this point.
They're just going to be getting close to a Shatter with the Nano Boost. Helping them grab that.
And he's at 86%, get what he can. Flufflepuffs takes on Smugs. Ascari is killed by the Hanzo arrow. Grav gets Yojak, but it seems that Otaku is going to push this through if they can take down Sifikilla. And they do. There it is. 30 seconds more than SugarRush.
Score 3-3.
Both teams decent on both sides. There wasn't really a steamroll there. They kind of managed to get their bearings around a little bit after first point.
I think SugarRush did a great job keeping Otaku at bay. It seemed more like a snowball that started, but every time it would, the SugarRush would put up the wall and stop it right there.
They're getting a lot more value out of the Sombra pick here, as opposed to the other maps.
Mm-hmm. We're going to be seeing what the comps on both sides. They're going to run these Somber Goats again. That's what it seems. Well, Klops and Yojak going to be on that Rhine, and that's a Goats comp. That's a Goats comp. Nothing special.
No Jeb 8.
Yeah.
Attackers incoming.
See, we haven't seen the Goats, more Goat style, especially on defense. But we've seen the Somber Goats from SugarRush. Lays can, what benefit Lays can get, as opposed to the regular Goats. Flufflepuff's gonna be taking a ride on Flood to Duskwood, like I said. Very fun ride. And gonna get that anti-nade. Oh, just misses.
Classic Ana Goats coming out.
Yep.
On this team.
Interesting. Sombra gonna be looking to get what she can. Puffs and Flufflepuffs on the high ground gonna have to back up.
Specs is already a third of the way to his trance.
Oh, and Yojak gonna be pressured. And he's gonna have to back up. Doesn't get anything outside of SugarRush. SugarRush gonna back up a little bit here. They only have 30 seconds to push to the point. And here they go. Yojak a little forward.
And he gets 5!
Oh my gosh.
The
that could be
madman!
right there.
Who knows if they're gonna be able to recontest? There's gonna have to be a huge aim and rollout.
The shield fell. The shield must have fell with almost like a millisecond on that shot.
Wow. That was
What
a
a
flashy
shot.
play from Yojak to secure that point.
What a shatter by Yojak. Destroy any thought that they would cap that point.
Switching sides.
This is what we call tieable.
It is only a minute 30, but it could be one more fight that Otaku needs to take it to the end. Take it to a 2-0.
If they're thinking they can build their combos fast enough, They could just be going for an easy win, maybe like a Nano Blade or a Grav Dragon or something like that.
Obviously,
believe
that could work.
They can build it in a minute and a half.
For battle.
Mm-hmm. Seems that SugarRush can be more bunker comp with the Junkrat and the Mercy. I haven't seen something like this in a little bit. Definitely more varied comp.
I think he'd be wanting specs more on the Diva here to contest that point. But they're running almost classic dive. We got the Ana Mercy though and the Hanzo as well. So really just looking for a lot of pick potential. Oh, good bait. Looks like they're going full goats.
Off my heart. My heart.
So close. The map's just too good for goats.
Now we look at where SugarRush is going to be pulled in on Flooded Squid.
We have to see some quick rotations. They're going to have to be playing together a lot to kind of negate them any kind of point presence at all. Because all they got to get is that one tick.
With the Lucio, could honestly just speed past them and hold point, but it seems that they're going to go up the stairs and the rotation starts for SugarRush. Gonna be good on that high ground.
Flush gonna be looking to click some heads here. One shot with that Mercy pocket.
Looking to get on point any way they can. Your Jet gets dangerously low. And they're gonna start contesting the point. Scar's gonna drop down. And fire, run out. Doesn't get anybody. Gets Flufflepuffs. That could be with any Pixel Racket taken out. Ascari flailed by Hybrid. And this looks in the way of SugarRush. They just gotta take down Smugs and Hybrid.
Especially against that Goats comp, really, or against the Bunker comp, rather. You really just want to take as little poke damage as possible. As that tire there to initiate that team fight.
What a stagger. Stagger by Smugs. You're gonna have to
looking like it might be tieable.
Mm-hmm.
Only got 20 seconds here to get to that point.
Now gonna have Bob available.
Bob contest. But they do have Rally as well.
They gotta get on the 10 seconds. And Riley bad. Shot in the face by Pixel Rocket pops the testing point Rally. Rez, Yojack, Bob thrown down. In the back line could be devastating. Let's see what happens. Smugs in the point alone. Yojack gonna go help him. Backward pops. Smugs takes some block.
His shield's not gonna stay up very long. He goes for the charge.
Ults on both sides. Yojack is taken down before he can get Shatter. Oh, Otaku looking to get something here.
Pixel Rocket doing a lot of damage in this team fight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 2 left. Bomb thrown out by Clark.
No, it doesn't save him.
Yeah.
Clark comes back on Soldier, but
that's
I
it.
don't know if he can take that.
No, that's
They
it.
dropped second map.
Victory.
It was looking promising. It was looking promising, but Otaku was able to snowball their ults.
And Otaku takes up 2-0 against SugarRush. This is what they need to regain some confidence even without Evo. Looking at the play of the game here. Yojack, that quadruple kill. Team kill. Right there. And great job by him, obviously. Now we're going to go to a 10-minute break. And we will see you all. Get back. But we're going to talk a little bit before that starts out. Now, what does SugarRush need to come back?
I think that the Rhine play on them, they could probably step it up. I know Yojack, a lot of people, he's definitely known for his Rhine around the league, but Ascari was getting a lot of charge picks, but there's also a lot of times where he was putting himself in real bad positions with his charges. Most of the time, though, he wasn't really getting punished for them as hard as he could be, but it definitely wasn't helping his team, and his lack of being there in front of his team led to Yojack getting a lot of shatters. That really won fights.
Yeah, Yojack has been devastating on his end with the shatters. They've been fight ending and game winning. Now, 10-minute break is confirmed by both sides, and we're gonna go to that. We'll see you at the break. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Otaku v SugarRush. We are back from halftime, and we're gonna go into the next map, Route 66. But first, I want to talk about how Otaku, they seem to be doing fine without freedom.
I was completely wrong about my predictions. I want to be flat out. It's not looking like a 3-1, even theoretically at this point. But, reverse sweep, perhaps?
It's completely possible.
Jack, there's an ACL or something.
We're subbing. All right. And we need to sub hybrid for Jack. It's something that needs to happen. There we go. And we're looking to get started. How do you think SugarRush comes back from this?
I feel like there just needs to be, once again, more team play. If they continue with the Sombra Goats, they still need to get more value out of their combos that they've been doing. Lays needs to be farming his EMP faster, I've seen him focusing more on the Zarya, rather than focusing on, like, a fat, meaty target for you to just farm, like a D.Va or something like that. But, Jack is being subbed out for this map, so...
No, that was a joke. That was a meme.
Wait a second.
I believe we have a DC, so we gotta wait for that. Lays, unless they're gonna start with that Lays, which Lays' Tracer is pretty crazy, honestly.
It hasn't been whipped out so far though. I mean, Tracer and Sombra are similar, but not quite seeing the overlap, at least.
Yeah. He's gonna be being out for this fight. And obviously the Rhine battle still in the favor of Jack. Is there anything that Cider Rail, or known as Ascari now, can do to kind of take that away from them?
I want to see some more main tanks. We saw him on the Hammond in the first map, and I mean, he didn't feed. He wasn't a Hammond feed, but maybe like a Winston or something for this first map. But I don't know.
Yeah,
we saw that
Hammond feeders definitely exist.
We saw that they were kind of partial to the bunker comp, so perhaps we'll see another bunker comp here.
It did work for them on the first point of Route 66 until the end, which SugarRush started to wear them down, or Otaku started to wear them down anyway. See the comps come out for each side. We'll see if the Summer Goats once again come back out, but Lays is not in. But we'll see if they'll run it anyway. Doubtful, but we'll see.
Karen, now they're really starting to see them playing all of their different comps. Looks like we're still going to see the Sombra Goats. Just a variant of it. Pushing out for the Ana this time, I believe, instead of the Zen. Have been running.
Cognitive Pit going to be on the Summer this time. But Otaku, they're going to be running the dive defense with the Hanzo Genji.
That isn't working out for him, so I don't really see a reason to change it.
Now, obviously, Jack is still almost one of the best Winstons in the league. And he seems to be doing some 360s in the air.
Oh yeah.
You can't shoot his head. You can't shoot his head if you can't find it.
I don't know. I've seen Norse do some crazy things.
5, 4, 3.
We're gonna pixel rocket shooting a Sonic Guard. Let's see what shooting in air with it, or see what they're getting. Nothing.
Oh, God, the pin almost finds that nade.
Oof. That'd have been dirty. The Cognitive Pit. We'll see if they can get a little faster EMP charges, maybe fight enders.
Hoping Pit's gonna be diving on Ana. She's playing kind of by herself. No nade currently.
Jack is in the middle, cannot get healed enough to get out. Ooh, very good sleep by Frost to Clap to take down Clutzy, so he's gonna get DMAC. Smunks is still in the cart. They're not pushing that right now.
Dagger and Clutzy here as well.
Oh, and he's gonna get hacked by Cognitive Pit. Gonna take down, and they're gonna move the cart forward.
That's a big purple.
Ooh, there's gonna be
If anything, it's ult charge.
Yep.
I don't think there's going to be any kind of opportunity there for him to retake it. He switches off the Rhine or off the Winston to the Rhine, rather.
They're gonna keep the high ground for now. Cognitive
Sorry,
Pit
there's
hacks
that
the
ult
Lucio.
advantage.
Proseclive looking to get something. And Yojak hacks a Scry into the cave. We'll see who wins that engagement. Popsy gets purpled and hacked.
But Yojak finds 2 in the cave. Once again, they're still playing just incredibly split.
Man, yeah, the positioning, I think, at this point is killing him.
And Scary was up top with, I believe, the Brig. And he gets charged while the other people are on cart. And there's not really a follow-up there. The Brig couldn't get in the cave fast enough to abuse Yojak.
Yeah, Yojak holds left click. Win fight, easy clap. Obviously.
Now, Yojak is equal on his ult charge with the Scary. Both of them having Shatter.
Now, Cognitive Pit does have the EMP. And rather, Smug is killed by Cognitive Pit. And EMP does not come out. A Scar is going to get that Shatter.
He gets
Gets
only
the
the
Fervor down. Yep.
Oh, that's a nano charger. That one's gonna hurt.
And 2 down from Otaku. Cloppy shot down. Flufflepuff's in the back. And is going to get away. Ult.
And imagine that's a switching dragon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing much there.
He's just got stats.
Yep. Flufflepuff's going to ride that wall and get away. Obviously. Now, there was a very good first point take by SugarRush. With decent time remaining. And they're gonna be. And Cognitive Pit still has the EMP with the grab. Scry has the Shatter.
Hopefully he's gonna be getting this in once he gets that EMP out.
Not
Otaku's been really favoring the 3-2-1 comp as opposed to just full goats or 2-2-2. See what the McCree can do. Hopefully he can be shutting down Cognitive Pit here. That's what he's really gonna have to do.
And Yojak is gonna fall. Anti comes down. Cognitive Pit throws out the EMP. And multiple ults as a Scry gets the Shatter on the Yojak, killing him. And they're going to be pushing the payload. Kree's still on the top, gonna get healed up by Hybrid. But the cart is still moving. They don't really have any means to contest it right now.
Yeah, they really wanted to based off if they had more ults, but once again, those EMPs, they could be getting a lot more value out of them. Especially if the EMP's playing Zen.
And they're just gonna cap.
Flufflepuffs might even be getting staggered here.
There was
taking them on a field trip.
Yeah, there was almost nothing there after that fight to really. Everyone was all over the place and just no point contest.
It's like Otaku switching out to the full. They're going on a goats here instead of the 3-2-1 comp. Cognitive Pit needs to be farming his ult here again. You can see him by the Ana. Cancels the attack. Yojak has a Shatter though. It gets blocked by Ascari. Ascari gets the Rhine out of that.
Ult's coming out on both sides.
Oh, and Yojak cancels the beat drop.
2 with 1 charge.
What a play.
And it's gonna go on the side of Otaku. 2
That
with
was
1
huge.
charge. Wow. The Clopsy Hybrid. Their ults are online. Grab. There's really no defensive ult on the side of SugarRush, so Otaku can exploit that.
They did farm back up his EMP, and they do have Brig Rally, as well as the Nano and the Shatter. So, if Otaku's playing split, if they can get a big Shatter.
Doing a big purple.
Oh, that's a huge sleep though. But no, that's a reset.
Yeah. Good job by Otaku, way to use their ults wisely. They only used 2. That was the 2 they needed.
The Nano was big there, because they got the Shatter back for him as well.
And I think the engagement, that's the whole thing that started was Hybrid's anti-name. That was massive by him.
They got in there with the grab, and then Yojak was free to just swing around.
Now, there are 4 ults online. Could be an EMP possibly.
Yojak's really out of place though, and he gets punished with the EMP. The Shatter gets 3.
He was not expecting that, and they're gonna be pushed back and be running for their lives.
There we go. That was a good punish on an out of position play there by Yojak.
Good job by Cognitive Pit as to really punish Yojak and get everybody, make them scared, running away.
Oh, and the Shatter Bomb gets 2.
An extremely aggressive Shatter works out for them.
Yojak's really getting a lot of value out of these. He's really turning a lot of tides of fights here.
And Ascari was definitely not expecting that. Not many ults. There are 2 defensive ults on the side of Otaku, so obviously... So Riley Bad's grab, not going to do much against them if they use them wisely, however. Across the clap.
The Lucio hack, it may be a purple, but that's kind of reaching for the moon. Still calling it thick, getting a lot of value out of his hacks. He doesn't seem to be throwing his translocator in a whole lot. DP out.
Yojak really out of position. He's really sandwiched against everybody. Nano's
there. He's gonna get close to his shatter. He's got it back. And the shatter once again gets 4.
Oh, Ascari is not blocking the shatters. Yojak is just doing this all day. 4, 3, 5 nutty right now.
They do have 4 ults though coming back. SugarRush, that is. They do have that trance, or I think they do have that EMP, which could negate that beat drop, as well as you can find some value on killing the Zen. Below in there, it's only 50 HP.
Obviously, on the ult side, it's not looking very good for Otaku. Jack's gonna be pushed up on the cart. He bubbled.
Smugs gets to eat on his grab, but they still have the Shatter there to follow up. The Shatter only gets 1, the Zen, and he gets 2, but they do not find value out of the Shatter. And Yojak gets a flank Shatter and gets 4! He just keeps getting value from these.
Now things were definitely not looking good for Otaku, but they found every way to negate that. And the Sports are gonna have to dive away, Sacred Wall. Anti-Wizzy Creeper's gonna have to pop that rally. And his 3 supports on cart.
But you got a rallied brick there. Scar comes back on the ball.
Ball's got a lot of health. A lot of making way for that stall. Riley Bad can come back, grab Cognitive Pit back as well.
He's got the hook on the card. He's giving him a lot of time to get back, but looks like they're going to be picking them off 1 by 1. Flopsies. Beaming them down with this high charge. And that's going to be the end of that.
I think that was a great way to deal with all those ults coming up on SugarRush's side. Smugs. Massive. Ate that grab. That was on if with the EMP and the grab, that would have ended the round right there, but Smugs said no. He said no. And Otaku needs to take it that far to take it with 3-0 and win the match.
Now, Scary, though, I feel like he could be... I'm not expecting him to get as much value as Yojak out of his shatters, but he could definitely be getting a lot more value out of it. A lot of them which have been combos, but even when he gets a lot of people like down with his shatter, there's not a whole lot of follow-up. People that are down are so out of place.
And we see here that SugarRush is not going to be running the Somber Goats currently. We can see that right now.
It looks like they're switching to Bunker Comp instead, but this time they're opting in for the Diva.
The Junkrat as well. Well, I think the Diva is a much better pick for point contestants of the Hog. You lose a little bit of that close range damage, but
I am worried about running the Ana though. For this comp, it's going to be probably pretty difficult to heal Caribou, especially on this map. But we'll see what they can do here. Rocking all the Spark skins.
Definitely. You're not Havoc. And then picks a rocket coming in the Hanzo, while everybody else is going to be more on a Goats style comp. And Hybrid's just going to be in the back looking to heal.
Otaku returning back to the 3-2-1 comp. Here's actually shield nothing there. They're just getting their card space, moving it up a little bit.
Junkrat obviously does delete that shield. Doesn't allow it to exist very long. They're just going to stay on that high ground as the payload's going to be moving below them on the ground. But falls. Hybrid shot down by Cognitive Pit. Launching those nades in the back.
Cares to be contesting this card. She needs to be using her DM wisely. That Hamza will tear right through her.
Now
They get
Scar-
Yojak kind of cornered off though, and now it's an easy cleanup. Klopsy does get Kara out of her mech. And Smugs does get the Lucio as well. Look like they might be able to get this back.
Otaku somehow shifting it in their favor. It's still not over yet, but they're moving the payload, and that's what they need to do. Smugs take down
Hanzo's getting
that.
booped around everywhere he doesn't want to be.
Yep.
Trying to pick going for an aerial assault.
And Anti comes out by Hybrid, and they're gonna be moving the cart.
I wonder if we're gonna see a recontest here.
It's definitely possible. They're still waiting for the respawns.
They switch off of the Junkrat though, even though he had the tire. They're going back to the Somber Goats. Hope to get some value out of that.
No recontest here.
They opt for making switches instead.
Yeah. Then Smugs and Hybrid both have their ults, while the only ult on the side of SugarRush is Frosty Clive, who's still got a little bit to go to get that nade. Now we want to push that Hanzo. They get him.
Okay. That's alright. Lucia's there to heal for him.
Bomb thrown in by Smugs.
And it gets two once again. Oh! Ascari actually got slept there.
Great job. Hybrid doing a great job healing his tanks, sleeping who he needs to sleep. He's the enabler for all of this, honestly.
Getting a lot of big nades.
And Otaku's gonna have to fall back for now.
That was a clean push there, just trying to farm up, try and get the Grab Dragon, which they do have now. Looking close to 5 ults here, minus the Diva Bomb for Otaku, whereas it's gonna have to be a fat shadow from Ascari, and he finds 2 with it.
Can he follow up, however?
And he cancels the beat once again!
Oh my gosh!
In one game. But Yojak, he gets a free shatter.
Yeah, and he's gonna come at you with the nano, and Otaku's gonna be pushing forward. And you see Frosty Clive, he's not gonna last very long. And there it is.
Hybrid getting banned soon.
Now SugarRush needs to contest right here. All they have right now is rally and grab, but they are
It's looking.
EMP and B-Trap.
If I were them, I think they'd be setting up for a grab from the bottom here. He's hiding for it. He doesn't entirely have to hide. The grab gets 3 inside of it, with plus the dragon. He misses the dragon though.
The tails! The tails! But
Otaku's still getting all the value from it.
Yep.
And that's gonna be point 2 for him.
Ooh, it is not looking good on the side of SugarRush right now.
They do have the grab and the EMP though, and I'm sure the grab connects. It's gonna be getting a shatter out of it as well. Yojak has shatter though. We need to keep a keen eye on him, make sure he's not setting up for any kind of sneaky play.
He had 4 minutes to push it 63 meters. A lot of ults coming online on the side of SugarRush. Close to Nano and Shatter. Okay, they're going to be playing that corner. And they're going to be looking to engage. Bomb thrown out by Smugs.
Oh, Yojak gets the Ryan to turn his shield for the shatter, and he couldn't pull an OG. He couldn't get there fast enough.
Yeah.
Fall to the bomb eventually.
And this could possibly be it. Oh, someone on card?
Nope, nobody's on guard still.
Ooh, that could be valuable time.
They're coming back with 5 ultimates. SugarRush is really in a good spot here to recontest this. They get the shatter. That's a fat ante as well.
It's a
Doesn't
lot of
even matter
rolls.
about that nano.
They did win
Four
the
ultimates
fight.
there on the contest,
Yeah.
but they won the fight.
But Otaku, they have almost 2, and they still have 3 minutes. Now, obviously you won the fight, but you still got the EMP. You still got the EMP, which can be a great ult. Oh, not EMP, my bad. Beat drop. Sacred Boss has got that.
Kari does have the advantage on Yojak's ult, nearly doubling it. More of a defensive dragon to try and create some space.
Looking to kind of push him to the side.
Capitalize on his positioning. Yojak still managed to block the shatter, and Ascari's purple. He's going to have to play a little bit more safe.
Beat drop on both sides. Yujak can be throwing the nano.
Yojak finds 3 with the shatter.
2 or 3.
A big boop.
Yep. Riley bad, charged by Yojak. And Cognitive
That's a fat EMP though.
Yep.
He gets through with that. Yojak falls. Lucio as well falls. Ascari finds himself out of position again, but he's gonna be all safe. Only 3 there.
And they're gonna be pushing him back.
See if he can get the Hanzo off high ground. Getting kind of staggers here. And Klopsy is high charge, so
Klopsy also has Graviton Surge.
there's a Grav Bomb potential here.
Yep.
Yojak can pull out the charge he needs.
There it is.
Oh, he doesn't connect with it, but it still finds Frosty.
And
Klopsy
Noise.
gets Kara, and Lucio falls as well.
All 3 healers taken down. Ascari. This could be it, folks. And all it is Riley bad. She's down. And this is it.
The dragon there to secure it, but I don't think there's a chance of him touching it.
Yep. Otaku takes Route 66, pushes up to a 3-0, and with last map, we're gonna be moving to 2CP. 2CP lol.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna see Yojak's big slams right here. Big slam.
Narrowly avoiding the charge there.
He can swing all.
Look at that. 21 Earth Shatter stuns, 13 Earth Shatter kills.
Yep. Ascari
Wow.
did block a decent amount of damage, but didn't block the shatters, which was the real game killer.
Yojak really ramping up his shatters for that map.
Mm-hmm.
He was performing on the other ones, but that one he really took control in the Rhine battle.
Now, if SugarRush, you're looking to get anything you can here. All right, and no subs on the side of SugarRush. You're looking to get anything you can. How do they win the Horizon here?
I'm thinking, I don't know, there's a lot of, I guess, errors in their ways. They could be focusing Yojak a lot more. Yojak, kind of like Ascari, in how they're pretty antsy on his shift key. But they could be punishing charges on both sides a lot more. But HLC, popular Winston map, so Yojak might just have to pull it out.
I think Winston could be the thing that SugarRush needs. Keep him off the Rhine, keep his shatters away.
Snipers are also good on this map.
What's killing him.
I'm going to channel my Light Rose brain and call it double sniper dive.
All right, we'll see if that's the pick coming through.
Probably like a bunker comp.
All right.
Or SugarRush.
Do you think SugarRush could run the Summer Guts again, even though it's really hasn't worked out this game?
I'm thinking, at least on first point, they're going to be running bunker comp here. Bunker is decently strong on that, and that's what a lot of teams ran this week. But I could be wrong.
There's the Somber
Could be
Goats.
this round.
But I loved Smugs running the Torb.
They're busting them out.
It's a rule, by the way. It's a rule. If you run Torbjorn, you have to get at least 1 hammer kill. It's rule right now, all right? Run Torb, 1 hammer kill.
My Torb historically in OWTC has not been the greatest. But who knows? Smugs could do some. He could pull it out on him. Do it to him.
Yojak on the Orisa, and SugarRush on the Sombra Goats once again. Cognitive Pit did get some picks from DMP a little bit, but
It's really gonna have to be about them taking little poke damage and really sticking together and rotating effectively.
because Otaku really does have range damage over them. They can get through, make them brawl on point. That could be what they need.
Oh, Ana gets the anti, but there's not really anything there to capitalize on that.
And SugarRush can be going to
And
point.
she sleeps the Rhine as well.
That allows them to
Hybrid.
transition over to the
Big,
point.
big pull into another big anti.
Bullying, the
Ascari is
Rhine.
one. The bubble doesn't connect with Ascari there, but the Diva finds herself in a non-optimal position. Another pull coming out, and another fat anti. Ascari's shield is down. Looks like they're going to be charging here. Storm in the floor.
Has it
Attack does not have to fortify. Picture Rocket is hacked. It looks like it's going to be turning on the side. SugarRush.
I think SugarRush did a great job of really moving together Smug's gonna contest, and that's gonna not really fast very long. Hybrid.
Still another anti.
Oh, this is still going on.
Don't know if this one's winnable, but Hybrid has been showing up this map with his antis.
There we go.
The bunker comp doesn't really have much to kind of go off of when they get those fat antis.
But as I was saying, yeah, SugarRush really moved as a unit, which is what you need in the goat style, even with the summer goats. We move together as a unit, and Smug's gonna be on the bastion. That no, cocking the pits there. He's looking to get something.
Good rotation.
Yeah.
The bird kind of finds itself alone. Oh, Cognitive Pit's caught out, no translocator. Once again, he's got to start throwing those in before he gets in those fights.
Yeah. Your Noisy Caribou shot in the head by Pixel Rocket, and they're gonna have to back out.
Still got 6 minutes.
Top. Yep.
Cognitive Pit yet to get his EMP.
But there's a lot of ults. Almost six, could be 6 this fight for SugarRush. It's something there.
Smug switching, doesn't have his ult. All of Otaku making a lot of switches here.
Mm-hmm.
We're going for the run bunker comp though.
Cognitive Pit's looking to get something back. He's got 97 on his EMP. Like, that's what they're waiting for.
Diva's alone though.
And they're gonna move in. Dragon's gonna be thrown out. Gonna split the Ana for a little bit. Klopsy denecked. Almost taken out.
Trying to get out before he dies, and he ends up falling to the Bastion in the Diva.
Barrier destroyed. Ascari excruciatingly low. Is gonna find health, but they're gonna back out. They're not letting him touch the point.
Sad, a waste of a rally.
Yeah.
Let's see if Frosty can do anything here. Oh, I didn't even notice. Riley died. That was an insane stagger, setting him back at least 20 seconds.
Oof. Now you still got 5 ults on SugarRush, but that push allowed Otaku to get some ults there. Smugs, Fluffle Puffs Hybrid, and Yojak about 3/4 to his shatter.
Now that they are playing the bunker comp, you should be getting a lot of value out of the CMP, but Smug's having his ultimate. That tank can create a lot of space for him.
Purple thrown up a Hybrid, gets 2, they're gonna get healed up.
And they're already starting to rotate.
Transitioning over, yep.
And hopefully, Cognitive Pit needs to be playing away from his team.
He's gonna get it.
EMP that connects with the Bastion, and then the hammer finds 2. Bastion's 1. Another fat anti from both sides.
Be dropped by both sides. Yojak still down. That's gonna end. Oh, gets.
Yojak gets 2. 2, and then a charge onto the Zarya. Zarya could be making out. Oh, but it's not happening. They still didn't get the tick.
No shatter.
Fortunate.
No shatter blocked once again. Scary is not gonna block that. Yojak just gonna end that fight with one button, the Q button. That's gonna be on the side of Otaku. 340 left to cap point B for SugarRush.
If you're Cognitive Pit here, they don't have a whole lot of CC. Or at least one for that. Damn, that's hurtful to Sombra, except for that Ana. So if I was him, I'd be up farming that EMP, making sure you're shooting that Diva.
They need some way to get rid of this Bastion without EMP, because they're only gonna get EMP every 2-3 pushes.
The same dragon happening.
Dragon's not gonna push them all to one side, and Pixel Rocket
By himself. And Pixel Rocket does fall to Cognitive Pit here. They do have the grab.
Out of position.
The Diva's not in position to beat that.
Yeah, this could be what they need, but he's gonna respawn. Smug's gonna once again reposition. He's gonna ult. Not gonna be hacked, but a grab thrown out.
The grab is Kobe'd. It does connect to the Bastion and the Rhine, and then the Diva's slept there. Can't eat anything for that fight, but she's coming back, returning onto point. Seems like it's stall a little bit.
They're gonna start capping the point. And Pixel Rocket takes down Noisy Caribou. Pops gets purpled. Nothing.
Smug's off the Bastion. Zarya.
When they're gonna start contesting point. Ascari gets 2.
Yojak fires back with another 2.
And it's starting to shift on the side of SugarRush. They just gotta finish him out.
4 on 2.
Yep.
The Ana is back as well, healing up the Diva. Gets the anti onto Ascari.
After doing a great job, and they're gonna full come onto the
Yojak's on the ball. Ascari is down some health though. He gets the beat. See if they can connect with anything. Finds the Ana. Both Ana's dead here.
Yep. And I mean, Otaku's doing a great job stalling.
There's not a whole lot of people on point. Everybody's dying one by one. They're getting effective stalls out here. Lucio gets hacked. That's a third beat that's canceled in just this series.
Just Smugs and the ball now.
Ball's hacked. Rough time to be a Lucio main here.
Yeah.
Now they do finish with above a minute, so
Minute 34. It looks a lot better once they really start getting what they need to the grab. The Kobe. The grab Kobe to keep the Bastion in one area. They could focus him down. It was a great job.
huge sleep there as well into the Diva for that grav, keeping her from blocking a lot of damage to that, and catching the Bastion in his ult is also huge.
I think whatever the outcome of this map is, we obviously know Otaku has won. I think Pixel Rocket has done a great job flexing onto that APS. Onto that Hanzo. He's needed to do. Got 10 seconds until we see some comps come through. Will SugarRush run the Sombra comp again? If they do, it doesn't look like it.
They're coming out onto the bunker, and then we're getting a double sniper. Oh no, it's quad DPS.
Quad DPS!
I was close.
Not who you
There's
thought.
two snipers still.
But it's not who you thought. It's Otaku pulling a quickie on SugarRush, because you know SugarRush obviously known for the DPS. Think they'd be running the quad DPS, but no, it's Otaku.
And they do have Blaze out for this game. Riley Bat he's been making himself known for the Junkrat. He's been getting decent value this series at least, but who knows? Quad DPS. See if they can set up some crossfires, kind of deny that Arista any value with her shielding.
You can see Smugs on that Widow. See Smugs on that Widow. Nyojak on the ball.
I believe this is the first Widow that we see coming out of Otaku.
I think out of the entire game, first Widow we've seen. And Nyojak gonna be in space. I mean, he's gonna be really getting something. Gonna be
Put a bit
shield.
far back. Smugs finds Cognitive Hit, and Pixel Rocket ends up taking her own life.
Suicide is never the answer. Fluff Puff's gonna res Pixel Rocket. I'm gonna let that. Nyojak is gonna get shut down, however.
Yojak finds another trap onto the point. Probably gonna be a regroup. Smugs maybe looking for some picks. Holding up high ground. The Junkrat's by himself. I don't think he sees her.
It's gonna be a soft reset right now.
Oh, but Smugs got out in the open. But Ascari is out of her shield, taking a lot of damage. Its Sacred Wall was falls. That was well played.
Yep. Looks to be on the side of Otaku currently. There is still 5. For
Ascari
SugarRush.
down the field. And Pixel Rocket is rezzed, but Riley Bad finds the Genji to even it out again. That was a big pull.
Yep.
Denying Yojak that
Yojak.
slam, keeping the Bastion alive. But once again, they're setting up those different angles. Pixel Rocket finding a lot of value from behind the shield.
Otaku gonna cap that point. Doing a great job. Ooh.
Definitely gonna have a lot more time here. Do this. See if they can do what Otaku did to them. Hold them for a while.
Moving to the dive tanks, really bad. On the Genji and Cognitive Hit on the Sombra.
Sombra Genji Ghosts.
Yep.
Usually see a lot of the Sombra Tracer Ghosts.
Interesting translocator on the side of Cognitive Hit. Throwing it right into the enemy. And Smugs is gonna get dashed by Riley Bad.
These quad DPS, they're definitely not at the advantage here with them running goats. But they're committing ult here. Lucio finds a nano boost.
Boostio.
Smugs is off of the Widow onto the Doomfist. You know, he knows he's too diveable as the Widow.
Alright, now Smug's gonna be on the Doomfist instead of the Widowmaker this time. A lot of ults on the side of Otaku. 4, 5 now. Is gonna get the mines. He's in the backline. Gonna cost him
Initiate with
distract.
Valk, as well as the Dragons. They're throwing everything into this.
That's a lot of ults.
Irish finds Lucio with that, but he doesn't get much more value out of his blade. Smugs gets 2 though. A Diva Bomb is coming in. It finds the Mercy.
Yeah. That could be the one thing they need. Sacred Wall.
And they already had 2 ticks.
Woo! Lucio taking down Doomfist. Oh, and they can't get on the point. It's a lot of time.
They had 2 ticks before there was really even a whole fight there.
Switching sides.
Almost 4 minutes over SugarRush.
Good old-fashioned snowball with ults there.
I mean, if you use them all at once, it's really hard to, survive that. And will SugarRush still pull out the Somber Goats on the attack? Will they run out? Something different we've seen, because that's really all we've seen this game is the Somber Goats for SugarRush.
It's looking like a dive. Okay. Alright, they're switching to the Ana. Ana Lucio.
Smug's gonna be on that Bastion first point with the Reinhardt.
He's looking for some penance, maybe. Trying to get some more. He's trying to forgive himself of his sins with his last Bastion, not finding too much value with it.
Alright, so there's Ball Diva.
Oh, he's switching to the Sim here.
Oh.
They're gonna have to get there quickly. I don't think it'll make much of a difference, but they are late to get in here.
And they should be fine.
SugarRush is sticking with the Widow Doomfist comp though, as well as the Ball. So.
And Ascari gonna be going out into space while they're gonna take more of the right side.
Next Rocket finds a Lucio. He doesn't have anything there. And Caribou's in a bad spot. See if she can get out.
And he's alone. They're alone.
And there's another stagger onto the Diva.
I don't know if there was a miscommunication. Caribou staying in there, standing there, even though they knew the fight was lost. But a little bit of
hybrid
stole the kill.
You hate to see it. You hate to see that long of a stagger, but see if Cognitive Pit can be getting any value with these Widow duels.
Cognitive Pit.
Rather than playing behind shield.
Little bit of solace right now, just peace and quiet. Nothing much happening.
Neither team's really building close to their ults.
There we go. Yojak.
Ascari gets Yojak, and Yojak. That's another fat anti though, and that fight's gonna be over already. The Hooks Rocket finds 2 picks. Cognitive Pit finds him instead.
Takes on the point. Gonna get dunked on by
I don't think he
Yojak.
come into this fight.
Yeah.
I think Ascari needs to try and. He's gonna have to stall now.
And this.
He's low. He's only at about 100 HP, and he's down. I don't even know if they can touch.
This is not. This.
Smugs is getting. He gets one with the turret and finds another one.
I don't know what that push. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what that push was. The one time they had miscommunication, had an incredibly slow time in between pushes, and then when it started, Hybrid obviously had his great nades, but
it was a crazy stagger there.
Yeah.
Only had a minute and a half, and it was probably 20-second stagger.
You're gonna have 5-10 to cap 1 tick. You're feeling a little cocky if you're on the side of Otaku.
Looking at a 4-0. This is gonna be great for them in the standings.
Definitely.
See if they can kind of secure their spot back up at the top.
Now, excuse me if I'm wrong, but I believe this will make Otaku first again, as Gravity did 4-0, but Otaku 4-0'd, and Otaku was above Gravity in the standings. So Otaku should regain their first place spot, just over Gravity. Almost one maybe 2.
I was very much wrong. Otaku's really been getting the job done with or without Freedom or Evo.
Hello.
Whichever one he prefers now.
Hello there.
And Pixel Rocket able to flex on a couple characters other than Widow, the Hanzo, the McCree, and he's still able to hit headshots with the Widowmaker.
They're running quad DPS with the Mercy, but there's no Pharah there, so Mercy might be a bit out in the open. Riley Bad finds Pixel Rocket though to start the fight. Res immediately though.
Smugs going on point, maybe bring him back. They're gonna be in space. Ooh.
SugarRush has a lot of pick potential here with this comp though.
Cognitive takes out Pixel Rocket. Yeah. They're a little split right now. You got the Hanzo to the left, Mercy and Doofus to the right, and the Ball was more on point. Maybe they're looking to regroup.
That's a big pull. Hopefully nobody falls to this, you know, Hanzo.
You gotta regroup here if you're attacking.
Mercy going for the res? That's ballsy. Cognitive pit. Oh, cognitive pitfalls. They actually get two here.
Could it change? It's possible. I don't think it's possible now. Pixel Rocket's shot in the head by Riley Bad. They're still gonna be going on point. They're not
They
waiting.
really had a problem with losing, like, they're losing control of these fights. The team completely won.
Now Otaku's still gonna be trickling on this point. Are they gonna back up fully?
And Klopsy finds Sacred
And they're
Walrus
gonna push
again.
forward.
Hanzo just going straight onto his head.
It's the benefit of 2 CP.
Yeah, they
And-
need somebody here on point. They're getting
No.
about half the tick right here. Marissa finally gets back on the dragon coming back in. The pull there could have been more optimal, but Riley Bad finds 2, and that's probably going to be ending the push. But the Mercy gets a res off,
You thought
so
this
you
fight
never
was
know.
over?
It could be another fight.
You thought this fight was over?
This has been a 3-minute long fight.
Dragons comes out on the side. Flopsy. Smugs gets a low, gonna throw in pulse bomb.
Another pulse, but doesn't
Nothing.
find value. Sticks the Kara, but she does not fall.
No one's
Mine's on
really
point. They need someone to contest the point there. Mine's destroying the bongo.
They're gonna keep going.
They're
Oh,
still
there it
going in
is.
for the res, but Riley
There.
Bad finds 2, finally gets 3, ends that team fight.
Almost a 3-minute fight. About
And it was close to 4.
and Otaku just would not fall back for that one. They just kept going. Hey, we gotta pick. Go forward. We gotta pick. Go forward. And it just finally it comes to an end, and they still have about 3 minutes to get that 1 tick.
And that really went in favor of SugarRush here, because now they wasted about 4 minutes off the clock there on that 1 push. They got nothing out of it, and now SugarRush has 6 ults or 5 ults here for this contest.
And Fluffy Puffs is gonna res hybrid right here. Ooh, Riley Bad throws the dragons. He gets moved a little bit by Yojack, so it's gonna go off course. And Ascari hammered. Those gonna go down. Bob thrown in. Gonna have that point contest. And this fight
Gonna
seems to
get
be
up
one
there
for
for that
Sugar
soldier.
Yeah.
And they did switch off the soldier there, so I feel like they're kind of trying to get some ults online.
And they're still
kind
not
of
backing
combo
up.
they
They're
can
still
get.
kind of staying up. Yojack, Fluffle Puffs, Smugs.
That arrest is just gonna take a while to walk her. Walk herself back to the point.
Ooh, Smugs!
Smugs gets booped by Yojack up
Oh.
onto it.
Yeah, it was Riley Bad.
That was a
Great
big
job by Yojack.
on the low ground. Another dragon getting thrown in. Finds Cognitive Pit. There's a defensive
Seems
bomb.
to be
Then a
the end.
nano boosted bomb. Finds no
Yeah.
one. It's looking like
That's
it's
it.
gonna be a 4-0.
And that's
They were
it.
able to get the ultimate snowball.
Mm-hmm.
Never
Otaku.
ending fight ends in their favor.
4-0. Yeah, Otaku did a great job to cope with the loss of Evo. Obviously, Pixel Rocket kind of picked up the slack in that end there. Obviously, see we got the play of the game right here. Is this? I believe this was part of the. Was this part of the Never Ending fight?
No, this was not.
This is the ending.
This was off their initial fight.
Yep. Did a great job at doing that. Oh, Otaku 4-0. Obviously, we're not going to see a repeat of last time, where Otaku unexpectedly lost. So, all right. Well, that is it for the feature match this week against Otaku SugarRush. I cannot remember what next week is, but you will hear about that in our Discord. And so this is me, Light Rose, Courage, and goodbye.